moments we still carry. So moments that have changed us and patients that we still carry is our topic today for our 121st Healthcare Workers Integrative Professionals group. And a few moments to gather your attention inside yourself, having some internal reference and perhaps adjusting your seat and finding your feet on the floor. Perhaps elongating your spine just so that you can feel your shoulders at rest, elbows at rest, hands in your lap if you're comfortable. And if you're open to allowing your eyes and your gaze to soften and your eyes to lower, perhaps even allowing your eyes to close as we begin to breathe and notice. Letting yourself breathe in and letting the air out fully. Noticing if there's any tension in your hands, allowing your hands to be at rest. Noticing any tension in your eyes, forehead, or jaw, allowing your face and your tongue to come to rest. Seeing if you can gather your attention in this moment, letting go of the morning so far, and opening yourself and your heart to you. How easy is it today to actually have a soft and gentle focus on yourself? Noticing your breathing, noticing your body. And as you continue to feel and notice, just bringing to mind perhaps a moment that's changed you in your clinical practice. And that may or may not include an image or an impression of a patient or a client, someone who you've seen. And just allowing yourself to have any images that come up, any feelings that come up, just noticing what you're aware of. Just seeing what surfaces, and this is just a practice to see what you might be carrying. Our topic today is patients that we still carry. And our purpose is also just to let those memories surface. And also, this is part of an integration and a process experience. No need to change yourself or change the memory or change anything that you're noticing. Just getting a sense of the landscape, what it is that's brought up for you today. And experiencing and digesting and integrating can be a great way to carry less. Just noticing, observing as objectively and as simply as possible, observing yourself and any experience that was evoked. Noticing any narrative about doing something different or doing something better. And as we begin to close, just beginning to also bring in acknowledgement for yourself, for the role that you have, the space that you create, the holding container for your clients, for your patients. Not just noticing them and interacting with them and hearing them, but also becoming aware of the space between you and them and becoming aware of yourself. And then softening and letting go just a little bit more. Seeing if you can actually feel appreciation, feel acknowledgement for yourself. Sometimes we just remember the challenges. Can we also remember and appreciate all that we give, all of the effort, all of the caring? And we'll be here for 3 breaths before we finish. And as we get ready to complete our meditation, just notice if the only thing that comes to mind would be challenging experiences. And in the future, if you can also bring to mind the many positive exchanges and positive outcomes, and the many successes and the many um, victories that you've shared with your patients and your clients. That would be a great thing to focus on in the future, perhaps when you're in the grocery aisle or in the shower. And let's just place a hand on the heart, pressing the hand in. You matter. Creating the container, no matter what happens in the container, it takes effort and it matters. And let's begin to wiggle fingers and toes and stretch in any way that feels comfortable for you. Sometimes I notice whenever I raise my hands overhead after meditation and hands go up and a yawn comes naturally, moving your head in a couple different directions. Noticing if you're really tunnel gazed, really just looking forward, moving your eyes and gazing and different directions, upper, lower, left, right, down, and just moving the shoulders and coming back into your body. Thank you for joining today. If you ever were to listen to the meditation in the future and you want a little bit more time, you can always press pause during some of the silences and also integrate this meditation and this invitation a little bit more informally in your life. As I mentioned, grocery aisle, shower, walking from your house to the car or your home to your car. Thanks for joining today.